I am now getting ready to leave for Phoenix, Arizona. See Saboten Con tomorrow, Saturday. It's Friday afternoon. I just got off work. I'm a little agitated. I wanted to leave around 3 o'clock, but we do have our bad days. So now I'm getting on the freeway. I'll be listening to my PSP for the long run. I'll play some, maybe Queen cassette, some old stuff. I got some Journey as well, Journey Live. But yeah, for the most part, I'll be playing my PSP. Hopefully, it's still on its music track. My screen is broken. Literally, I can't see a thing. There is nothing. I get like maybe three lines. That's it. And well, I just listen to how many beats I go through. You know, the little beats. I kind of memorized where everything goes. For my music on my PSP, I got about 500 rock selections. I have a folder I call 00.1 Sage FM. It's about 500 classic rock songs. Some today's songs, very few though, and not too big of today's music. I may have one Nirvana, one 3 Doors Down, and that's it. That's old shit today, unfortunately, but I listen to Queen, AC/DC, David Bowie, old shit like that, Boston, Leonard Skinner. Yeah. Well, let's see. That's today's music too. Nightwish. Alright, hitting the freeway. Nightwish. My music selection is in alphabetical order. So 10th men down or something like that from Nightwish. So obviously this would be 1. And it goes all the way up to Ziggy Stardust from David Bowie. So yeah. Got it. Alright. Well, I'm not sure if those were the actual signs. I'm not really paying attention. I'm driving. Well, I'm in Arizona. Not sure if any of those were the welcome to Arizona signs. But whatever. Listening to Metallica from my little PSP. We are now in the B section of my huge collection of music. It's the B section of my Sage FM. Again, it's so big that it actually takes a whole work week to actually. There we go. I think that's it. I'm sorry. Wasn't paying attention again. Okay, so Arizona. It takes literally from... I used to bring my PSP when the screen was still working to work, and I would play literally Monday morning from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and I would bring it the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. It was 8 to 5, all the way up till Friday. It probably lasts till 3 o'clock on Friday. That's how long it takes to just play that one file of my Sage FM file of just classic rock. Before the Sage FM, I have a Actually, no, there's nothing before it. After my 00.1, there's a file called anime. There's all my little anime. Then, what else? I got a techno section as well, just purely techno. I got Rammstein, just Rammstein itself, about their second album, third album, fourth, and fifth. I don't have their first one, and I don't care for their sixth or whatever their newest one is or whatnot. I'm actually getting the liking of Icebreaker or Icebreaker. Sorry about my German. I should actually take a class. I have German blood, but classes are expensive. I think you know what I mean, so whatever. Okay, well, I'll be... I just got into Arizona, so obviously I'm not on my way. I'm on my way to Phoenix, but I'm not even close to being there yet. So enjoy. What's up? I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's near Phoenix. I just got here. It's 11 o'clock. Long drive, long day. So I'm gonna hit the bed and I'll show you Saboten Con in the morning. What's up? Heading off to Saboten Con. This is a Saturday morning. And my hair is spiked up pretty well. I think this is the best I've ever done it. Got my earring. I'm even wearing my... I don't know if you could tell, I'm wearing green contacts. There's Vash's eyes were green, blue, turquoise. Yep. I have a lot of, let's see. A lot of pictures. You'll see a lot of pictures. I'll make sure everyone takes photos off of this as well, so, and you'll hopefully get to see Eye Shine from it's Johnny Yong Bosch's band. I'm not sure if he created it, but he's the singer of it. Also Badlands, I'm going to be watching that. It's a Trigun movie, so it's going to be a big day. Love and peace.
You got the Miku tattoo on.
Love and peace.
Yeah, I got more on it now.
It's pretty amazing.
You have big ones. Okay, I have a big one.
Oh, that's awesome. They really went all out on this place. I was just on the other side of this building and was sitting in a Japanese 101 class. And learned a lot, actually. Hopefully I can learn even more. They're going to send me an email with all their links and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Found them. Alright, so... Oh, by the way, I just bumped into Johnny Yong Bosch. He's the voice actor for Vash the Stampede, Bleach Ichigo. He was the second Black Power Ranger for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Also Green Ranger, I guess, yeah, Green Ranger for the Turbo or whatever.
It's time to wait. I'm not standing on that.
I just gave him my card, and it was pretty awesome. And he actually likes Star Wars, so I hope he likes my trailer. And
yay! You got something! Yay!
That's just, I never thought I'd bump into him and talk to him, so this was pretty awesome. Oh, there's Johnny again. He's been walking around. That's awesome. Thank you. Twice now I bumped into him.
And he played a bunch of bad guys on
on the recurring roles I had on the Turtles Fast Forward. I was Shokanabo and and Constable Biggles, and then I was also Master Khan in the last season. You know, the whole bad guy, kind of a bunch of the foot soldiers, and then usually it was the guest, there's Hebe, Skunk, you know, the king of thieves, and the occulting guy, and usually any guest bad guy. There's 60 different credits I saw on my IMDb of Ninja Turtle stuff I've done, which is really shocking to me because I was like, oh, it's just this is that. But it was like every week Roy would call me and, hey, we're gonna do another thing. Sean, I'm like, aren't you sick of me? He's like, no, just do something. And I'm like, all right. So I was like 3 of the fire, earth, mystics, the metal. I was 3 or 4 of those guys. So it was just fun because I watched the Turtles work and then I'd come and be the asshole for a while. No, sorry. Oops. Was the bad guy. Sorry. Words. Oh, they're so powerful. You'll figure out I don't really believe in censorship. But yeah, so it was just really thrilling to be a part of, and the table reads were always a real blast. They really did that show pro. So and I don't remember what I played, so I'm gonna shut up now. But
just so you know what he's talking about with this table read, most of the time when you do animation recording, you just go in there, they give you scripts, you read it, and they record it, and it's pretty good. But with the Turtles, we did this cool thing called a table read. So before every recording session, we would all get together in one big room, like a conference table, around a conference table, and we would read the whole script through, like start to stop, without stopping. And it was like a play. Like we would do a whole radio play with all the lines on stage direction and everything. And it really was, and it would sort of get us to like really understand what the episode's about, what the arc of the characters is. And so when we went in to record our individual lines or scenes or whatever, we had a better sense of what the show was going to be.
Yeah.
It was really fun, and it was just fun people hanging out, and we always had donuts. And
donuts make me angry. I don't remember that, but do not give me donuts.
Don't give me donuts.
Well, the Entenmann's are okay, but like normal donuts, Senator Nicholas knows this. He's like, don't give it. One time I was working at NYV.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'll have a donut. I don't know what it is. I was working at NYV Post, and they had donuts. We were having a company meeting, and Karen had brought in donuts, and they go, "Don't give them to Schemmel. Do not give them to Schemmel." And then I was looking at the donuts.
What do you do? Do you kill people?
No, I'm Super Saiyan. I fucking go Super Saiyan. I go Super Saiyan, and it's like, so what happened was this Carrie.
Super what?
Saiyan, like it's Goku. It's a Goku thing, yo. Y'all know that Super Saiyan knows right there with Super Saiyan 3. She knows. So what happened is Carrie goes, "Don't give Schemmel donuts." And so she hit him in Studio A, and I was directing some Studio B, and I snuck in, and I opened the door, ran in there, she's like, "No!" And it was like slow motion. I grabbed the donuts, I'm going running out, later that day I got in a fight with Mike. I totally did. I was like, he's like, why are you so angry? I go, I had some donuts, man. Totally got in a fight with
ever
him.
like wake up in an alley covered in like powdered sugar? Like, oh my god, I was just like what I did last night. What is all this blood on my hand?
It's not as bad anymore, but you know, I think it's because I exercise more and you know I get the sugar out of my system. But Entenmann's donuts I'm okay with, but the Krispy Kremes, watch out.
It's a warning for all.
Like cocaine for me or something. I don't know.
All right, let's take a question from you, ma'am. Yes, you in the vest and the blonde hair.
Okay. What kind of shampoo do you use?
What kind of shampoo do you use?
Yeah.
Can I please answer this too?
You go first.
Oh no, you go, because I'm totally metrosexual.
I don't know. The hotel has some pretty nice shampoo for free. I use whatever they. I use whatever they sell at Costco. I'm like, all right, I go to Costco a lot, and I just buy anything there. I don't take care of my hair as well as I should.
I can help you with that.
Tell me about your hair, Sean.
Let me talk to you about my hair. My hair's a little shorter right now, but those of you who've seen me throughout the years, I tend to have a lot of hair that's hard to control. And I have curly hair. For those of you who have curly hair, I go to, and it's very expensive, and I only do it every 3 months because I can't afford to. I go to Ouidad, which is a curly hair salon in Manhattan, and then I buy their curly hair moisturizing shampoo and conditioners. But then I have a couple of tricks I use. You can see all the crap I bring up. Trust me, if I showed up with my hair, it's like, wow! Like, it's short right now.
It's like
yeah, I get close to having, in New York I get called a Jew for all the time. My Jewish friends like, yo, you got your Jew for on.
You're not Jewish.
I'm not Jewish. I have a Jewish last name, but I'm not Jewish. My dad adopted me, and they used to be Jewish, and then they moved to, and they became Lutherans. Anyway, my dad's a Lutheran minister, but he said, yeah, well, in Germany they were Jewish, and then they became Lutherans. I'm like, okay. So I recommend that I have it like a actually this is only stage 1 or 2. By the end of the day, my hair will be where I want it. It's a long process. So this is the kind of tight, like kind of still wet stage, and then I'm gonna take the whole panel doing this. And then what I do is I use the conditioner. Now here's a trick that actually works. There's a lot of BS tricks out there that don't work. There's a trick that I tested routinely because I'm always testing stuff. It actually works. If you have curly hair and you want to lock it down right before you get out of the shower, blast your hair with cold water. And then you gotta warm it back up to warm yourself up or you'll be freezing. But you blast your hair with cold water and it locks your cuticle down and makes your hair shiny and tight curls and it's awesome. So blast your hair with curly hair. Then I put a little conditioner in, leave-in conditioner, plus some Ouidad lock-in moisture stuff. And then I'm good for the day. I don't do it every day, but yeah,
that was epic.
That's all Ouidad stuff. That's what you want to ask them. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. Well, this is not an act. That's what I do. I said I was a metrosexual.
You know,
do I need to define that? No.
It's weird because, no offense, Sean, but your hair doesn't look that great.
Oh. My hair is awesome.
You just got out of the shower, so maybe it's gonna dry up. It's doing its thing.
My headshot, it's awesome in there, man. It's longer there.
You're right. Your headshot does look very full. It looks like you're not just a client. I mean, you're not just the president.
It's real hair. It's about 3 inches shorter than it is in my headshot. So I had it cut for an independent thing that I need to talk to you about. It's really funny.
Any other hair or non-hair related questions? Could be non-hair related. Yes, you sir. Yes. So the question was, what was it like voicing Minoru Shiraishi in Lucky Star, who is not a character, but an actual person? So if you don't know, does anyone know Lucky Star? Woo! Woo! I think we can woo Lucky Star. And at the end of Lucky Star, there's something called Lucky Channel, where these two people do crazy newscasts. And I played Minoru Shiraishi, who is a Japanese voice actor. It's a real person, he's a real human being. And I played him because he played the original. It's funny because that wasn't the first time I've done his voice. He was also Taniguchi in Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya and Haruhi Movie and stuff like that. And I also played Taniguchi in those anime. So I consistently play this guy who exists somewhere. And I don't know him, but I wonder what he thinks of me, because I am now him. Like whenever
probably hate you.
Whenever there's a dub here, I'm this guy.
I hate you. I'm sending you a mean text right now.
Anyway, it's really fun. It was a really fun show and a really fun part to play. But I'm worried. I'm actually worried if I ever meet this guy.
You have dishonored me!
Must have been Sabakon!
What?
I have ruined his name. I don't know what he's like. Maybe he's a good guy. Maybe he's an a-hole.
I'm still working on my angry text.
All right, text away. So, who else has a question? Oh boy, I can't. In the white robe right now.
Overall, how would you rate your voice acting experience? How hard would you say it is to get where you are now?
Oh, how hard is it to get to be a working voice actor in Los Angeles? Extremely hard. It's, I just got to check a text.
I don't think you should read it out loud.
It says, hey Sam, how come you're not wearing any pants under the table? He cursed me out for dissing his hair. It hasn't dried yet. When it dries, it's going to be incredible. I already want to make voice. It's going to be like, it will heal the sick and cure the blind.
It will, man. Trust me. It's a force to be reckoned with.
So sorry. The question is, how hard is it to become a voice actor, a working voice actor? It's incredibly hard. You have to work every day. You know, on its surface, it seems like, oh, these guys have a dream job. They just get to go in and make funny voices for a couple hours, and they get paid stacks of money.
Dude, I want to address that in a second. We'll come back to the funny voices thing, because go ahead.
Okay, no, but it's not that. You're like running your own business as a voice actor. So not only are you doing the work, you're going in every day and doing the actual jobs, which you have to be great every time you go in, or else you don't get hired ever again. So you have to be on the top of your game. You have to have all this great range of characters and acting chops and stuff like that. But then you have to do all these auditions, which are constant, and you get rejected all the time. Imagine going to a job interview 3 times a day and getting rejected from all of them, except for like once every month you might get one. Like it's rejection after rejection after rejection. People saying just no, you're not good enough. I don't like you for this part. Troy Baker is more handsome. And so,
that doesn't happen to me. No, I'm kidding.
And then you got to promote yourself. You got to like send out your reel to people.
That part.
You got to go schmooze people at bars and take people out to lunch.
You got to sleep with people in alleys.
You got to sleep with Sean Schemmel to get ahead.
You get the top. Yeah, you got to totally sleep.
So many times.
That's awesome.
But it's like running your own business, and also the money's also not that great all the time. That being said, it is so rewarding, and I can't imagine doing anything else in the world, and it's a great job.
It is rewarding.
Yeah.
You know, what I wanted to address about the wacky voices, even though it's in my bio, a lot of people think what we do is a parlor trick, like, oh, you just do the voice. For me, I don't know about you, Sam, but for me, there's a lot of detail. Like even when I auditioned for Shokudawa Ninja Turtle, since it's a turtle panel, I'll use that for example. I wanted to see drawings, because I'm trying to make a voice that's coming out of a non-human creature. I want to know history, I want to know everything. And so to shift into that character, and to physically just morph your voice, and to physically do it, and to really do what we call in Chinese medicine, the Shen disturbance, the spirit disturbance, to where you're another person, it ain't no walk in the park. It's not like a parlor trick. I mean, I get to go out the back of my head, because I've been doing it for 12 years. But when I want to wrap my head around a character, the less data they give me, the angrier I get, because they think, well, just do something. Like, why don't you just write a novel, or why don't you just drive a race car perfectly? It is a very serious craft that I take extremely seriously. I'll watch cartoons, and if I see a voice that doesn't look like it would come out of the bone structure of that cartoon because of the way our faces vibrate, I notice it right away. I'm like, that voice would not come out of that physical structure, and it drives me crazy. So when I'm making up voices, I'm looking at the physicality if I can. I'm looking at their history, where they came from, where they grew up, what kind of donuts they eat, what kind of hair products they use. I mean, everything. But in all seriousness, wacky voice, and I'm saying I'm just kidding, and it's in my bio that way. In all seriousness, I take it very, very seriously. It's not just, hey, I can do a voice, it's a voice. Really? Can you do a voice? Can you become somebody else that looks like that and that's believable like that? then you got a game, and that's what Sam's talking about, being on your top of your game.
Yeah.
One way to get better at that, by the way, is I watch a lot of other stuff and just kind of absorb and then mix it up and then spit it back out. I mean, when I did audition for Shaman King, they wanted me to do Samurai, and I thought, who does a good Samurai? And I was like, Dan Green does a good Samurai. I'm going to do an impression of Dan Green. And I got the part. Weird stuff like that. Because I knew I wouldn't sound like him. I knew it's my voice. So I'm just talking like this. And that's really more of my caricature of him, because he's very handsome. And he's always sounding like he has a glass of sherry and an ascot. But anyway, I digress. But anyway, I just want to make that point. Sorry, Sam. It's really your panel.
That's good stuff. What else we got? How about you, sir? Who would win in a fight?
I don't want to say that's a dumb question, because it's not really a dumb question. I think it's a very interesting question, but the answer is kind of obvious.
What's
Sorry,
the
bro.
answer?
You don't even know. You didn't watch the show.
The turtles, there's 4 of them, and they have turtle power.
Goku can blow up the planet with his bare hands.
No. The turtles have defeated aliens.
Sorry, Goku wins.
I think we should turn this over to the
Goku
audience.
can teleport.
Yes.
The turtles don't need to teleport. They've got heart.
Goku can grab the turtles by the arms and rip them apart. He can rip the limbs. I'm not kidding. Go watch the show. You'll see some of the explosions are from a planet perspective, and the explosion's like a nuclear bomb from his energy blast alone.
No. Let's
Normal gravity.
turn it over to the audience.
Instant transmission to space you can't breathe. I don't know what.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Sorry.
All right. Who else?
I vote turtles.
Thank you. Turtles.
No offense, but you're wrong. Normally, like Superman versus Goku, that's an iffy one. I usually go with instant transmission to a planet without a yellow sun, and then Superman's toast. But I'm nerding out. Sorry.
I don't buy it. I think the turtles have a shot. Huh? The turtles don't. Leonardo does.
We're really gonna knock them out.
A fair bit of hitting people with the hilt of his sword. All right, we need more questions. You sir over there.
Yeah, they can be Hercule. You don't know who Hercule is. Hercule's a lame WWE like F wrestler who thinks he's like Dragon Ball Z.
I should really watch this show.
You should.
Watch Kai, it's 200 episodes shorter.
No.
More awesome, actually, in my opinion.
You right there. Glasses.
You said,
I like your glasses, by the way.
thank you. Anyways, you said how when you were doing Turtles, you would all be in the same room, right?
Yeah,
Well, you
at
said
first.
you ripped. What was like one of the funniest things that ever happened in that room that just...
The funniest thing, see, it wouldn't be funny to you guys because we were just being stupid and stuff. But whenever it's not even funny, but I'll say it anyway. Whenever the word trap would appear in a show, we had this character named Trappy. He wasn't actually in the show, but we would do this character named Trappy. So whenever one of the turtles would say, oh no, I think it's a trap. Then one of the other guys would be like, did someone say trap? I'm Trappy, and I'm here to set a trap. He just sounded like the South Park guy.
Yeah, Tally.
The Christmas
Ciao.
Christmas movie, oh yeah. You're talking about Tally.
Tally. Yeah, it was Tally. But we would always just crack each other up with Trappy the Christmas movie. Who else has it? You over there with this. Okay.
Talking to me, Sean? Yes. I'm a freelance actor who works at.
He works wherever there's money.
You want to know where?
You work for Funimation, right?
Sure.
Have you met any other voice actresses or actors like Colleen Clinkenbear?
I know Colleen quite well, yeah.
What about Lucy Christian?
I've met Lucy Christian a couple of times, and she's absolutely delightful and like a ball of happy all the time.
What's your favorite role that she did?
Oh, well, the only problem is I haven't watched a lot of my colleagues' work just because I'm busy. I don't watch a lot of anime, so I'm not familiar with a lot of her titles. I've met her at a few cast parties, that sort of thing.
I watched Soul Eater.
I heard Soul Eater's really good. I heard that's a really good show.
She did an absolute mind-blowing job as Medusa.
I know she's a fine actress, definitely. Everybody always talks about how great she is.
I love her character. I love her because she's beautiful, but that's why some people like her. It's like hate her and love her, and Lucy just put that
You make a good point. When an actor does their job right, when you play evil, you got to play it real evil. And like for kids, we don't allow us to do that sometimes. So I always want to go really dark. And when they go like, they're screaming in the street because people are dying. And I always scream like bloody murder, like we're dying. Like no, it scared the kids. I'm like, no, we're dying. Oh, Mary, mother, I'm dying. And I'm screaming. And they're like, no, you got to tone it down. But if she's playing Soul Eater, hardcore evil. Man, that's how you contrast and make a believable show.
Yeah, there's a lot of good. All right, we will make Lucy Christian the greatest Oscar winner in history. There's a lot of great actors, though. In the main centers of sort of doing this work that we do is New York, and then Texas and LA, and we all sort of know each other, even though we're from different places. Like I was just at a wedding this past weekend where Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey were married.
I heard that was a good wedding.
And Colleen Clinkenbeard was there, and so were some others.
A lot of people were there, yeah. I saw the pictures, yeah.
It was adorable.
That's great.
You in the back, sir.
Are there any voice actors that you haven't worked with that you would like to? This is for both of you.
Any voice actors that we haven't worked with that we would like to?
I love to work with Peter Cullen, because I love his voice.
I've worked with Peter Cullen. I have to say, working with Peter Cullen is pretty boss. He's the voice of Optimus Prime.
I can say that I kind of worked with the guy who does Master Chief in Halo, in the sense that I had to do an autograph signing with him, and you know what it's like doing an autograph signing with Master Chief?
It's hard.
Like doing an autograph signing with Master Chief, because he's always Master Chief. He has the sunglasses on, and he's all leather, like he's like the Marlboro Man, and he's all, I'm the Master Chief. And they're like, I'm my Master Chief, it's so awesome. It was great.
I don't know. I got to work with some cool people. I got to work with Will Wheaton on Fallout New Vegas. I got to direct him, which was really fun.
Wow.
And I got to work with pretty much everybody. Morgan Freeman would be great. Just me and Morgan hanging out.
One of the people I think is the best actor, like I never saw him act until There Will Be Blood, is Daniel Day-Lewis. I'd never seen that before. And there's a lot of actors, frankly, and I can't talk because I don't know that I'm a better actor, but just in my, outside of my acting opinion, I just don't think are very good, that are mainstream actors. And when I saw There Will Be Blood, I'm like, that is acting. That is acting. And I was stunned when I walked out of the theater. So I'd love to work with him. That would probably never happen.
I got to do you know who Amy Poehler is? She used to be on Saturday Night Live. She's on Parks and Rec now. I get to do, I'm in a movie with her, and I got to, the first scene that we shot was a scene with her. It was just me and her, and we improvised the whole scene. And I was like, wow, I'm
That's
improvising
awesome.
with Amy Poehler. It's pretty cool. Movie's coming out soon. It's called Freak Dance. It's a breakdancing musical. And I play a Mexican man named Barrio.
Fantastic, yes.
What? It's a comedy, yes. It is a comedy. You, ma'am, yes.
Which one of you guys does a better sexy woman voice?
Which one of us does a better what?
A better sexy woman voice.
Sexy woman voice.
My sexy woman voice sounds like transvestites usually.
Mine is a little bit like Miss Piggy.
No!
Sometimes when I do ESL books, when I do audiobooks, I have to do all the voices. I have to do the female voices, and so I end up sounding like some transvestite. I'm terrible at woman voices.
Mine sort of sounds like Miss Piggy.
I have this one voice. That just reminded me. I have this one voice I do called the wife voice, and I was married before, and every time I was driving home, and it's based on Strong Bad's like Teen Girl Squad voices. So it's always, every time you're driving home and you're a guy and you're married, your wife will always ask you to pick up shit at the store, even if she's been sitting there all day by herself, stuff at the store. Even if you're sitting there, it's like, hi, it's me. What are you doing? I'm driving home afterward. And I was wondering if you can pick up some stuff at the store for me, like no, she just. It's just this crazy voice, not me. There's a bunch of other stuff I say, but that's my wife voice.
I played an old lady. I was in this show on Hulu, which you can still see, called Trailer Trash. It's really raunchy. It's only on Hulu.com. And I played a character called Light Beer. And I also played all the old ladies in the show. So if you hear
That's awesome.
Any old ladies, it's just me doing this, sort of an old Jewish man voice. That's all my old women. All right, who else we got? You, sir. TMNT. Did you ever watch Turtles? The 80s Turtles?
I would rush home from college every day to watch Turtles. I kid you not. It was like Turtles, Ghostbusters. I'm 42.
What? What?
Yeah, I'm 42. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's because I do what I love for a living, and I don't let stuff get to me. Well, I let stuff get to me, but not the kind of stuff.
You seem like a 13-year-old girl.
I am a 13-year-old girl.
I would watch the old 80s show in, I guess, junior high or I don't know. I'm 34. I don't know. I would watch it. I loved the old show.
You're older than my girlfriend.
But I will say this, and I with huge respect for the old series, huge respect. I watched one recently, one of the old series. It's not that good.
I mean, it was awesome.
It was amazing at the time. But like,
Arrows in a half shell.
It's a little slow, and the animation's not that great.
You're probably right.
But no, I mean, like it's still so much fun to watch. But it's not what I remembered it to be. Not quite, but it's still like amazing.
Pizza!
Oh, it was a huge honor to be Donatello. I will never have been the first Donatello, and I won't be the last Donatello, but for a certain group of people who grew up while I was Donatello, I will always be that voice for them, and that is such an honor, like, to be part of people's childhoods. And, I'm so blessed and thrilled to have that.
I got a text from Sam, by the way.
Oh, what's it say?
It says, I love your hair so much. Tonight we're gonna make passionate love in the water park. No, it just says I love your hair, that's all.
The rest is also true.
I relate to what you're talking about, Sam, in my work as Dragon Ball Z. And I know probably when you first got on Turtles, it was probably like, you know, hey man, it's cool you're on Turtles, but now that it's been so many years, it's like, you're my childhood. It's really, it's freaky, but it's weird. It really freaks you out. Because, and I thought about this like on a completely metaphysical level, like, okay, the brains are forming and they're hearing the vibrations of my voice every day, and it's permeating the substructure of their mind. And I'm like, because I was thinking of what my cartoons that I watched growing up did for me, you know, from Super Friends and Scooby-Doo and stuff. I'm like, man, I shit my pants if I met Scooby-Doo, if I met Scooby-Doo, or if I met anybody from Super Friends or Casey Kasem, you know, that whole thing, or the meanwhile back in the Hall of Justice. And if I met any of that stuff, I would freak out because that was all my childhood, you know. So it's a whole cycle, you know. It's a whole cycle.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It's an amazing feeling.
For sure. Way in the back near the exit, you, ma'am.
Have you ever met the voice actor for Al from Death Note?
A little louder. Have you ever met, and then I heard about
The
that.
voice actor who plays Al from Death Note?
A voice actor who plays...
Well done, doesn't matter.
I don't know who that is. Elle from... What? Oh, from Death Note. Oh, that's Canada. I think they were dubbed that in Canada. I think. I'll look it up.
It's not in LA, it's not in New York, it's probably Canada.
Someone look it up on your iPhone. I think it's Canada, and we don't really meet those people for some reason. Like, I know all the actors from New York and Texas, but I don't know any of the actors from Canada, and I don't know why. Maybe they just are too busy catching ice fish.
Well, there's a weird, like, U.S.-Canada barrier, you know, they're not allowed to cast us and stuff, and they have to have so many Canadian actors, and there's...
Great series, though. That's
definitely
amazing. Right, so, who else hasn't asked a question? You, sir.
Have you ever seen the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies?
I loved it. The first one, at least.
The first live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie is awesome.
I loved it.
It's awesome. And
saw that in grad school. No, I'm kidding.
The woman who edited it went on to edit Pulp Fiction and stuff. Like it had a lot of heavy hitters. It's a Miramax movie, and who played Corey Feldman was in it, right? That was the voice of Donatello. Yeah. I loved it. It was so cool. And there's one of the fans owns all of the heads from that. And she brings them around to cons, and so I've seen that. Much nice. Other questions? Yes, sir. You. The question was, do we work like under contract with certain companies? We're mostly freelance, so we go. There's a contract, but it's like a day player contract. Usually, you sign and you're done at the end of the day.
They own your soul.
They own your soul. You can't talk about it. That kind of stuff. For long-term projects, like when I'm directing a video game, like for instance, directing the voices for Fallout took 2 straight months in 4 different studios at the same time. There's 55,000 lines of dialogue in that game. And so during that time, I was under contract and I couldn't do anything else. But for the most part, it's just a day here, a day there. Like I'm under contract to work on the Winx Club show for Nickelodeon, but that's like 1 day.
Wait, they were exclusive? You were exclusive on Fallout?
For the period when I was working on Fallout.
They must have paid you a lot, because I won't sign exclusive unless they're gonna put my kids through college.
Yeah, it's a big game, so they wanted
that's
to
awesome. I love that game, by the way.
For a period of time. So there are some jobs like that.
I'm kind of geeking out next to you right now because I love that game. I really do.
I also just weirdly not anything associated with voiceover. I just worked on a TV show called The Sing Off on NBC. Do you know that show? It's an acapella American Idol. So it's hosted by Nick Lachey. And so I wrote everything that Nick Lachey says on that show. So I worked there for 8 weeks straight, just working on The Sing Off. So watch The Sing Off Monday nights on NBC.
I have seen it, I think. I didn't know you were writing all those words.
If you like acapella and you're dorky, you will love this show.
It's one of those irritating things that I love. It's like, this is irritatingly awesome. Because I was in acapella choir in high school. I was in show choir, and I had chronic jazz hands for a couple of weeks. I couldn't do my homework. I couldn't pick up any books. It was really bad.
Does anyone here sing? Anyone sing? Yes. Anyone sing exclusively in the shower? Awesome. We'll all have to get a big shower. I think we have only time for one more question, maybe one or 2 more questions. Just want to try to hit people who haven't gotten in the pink shirt.
Yeah, I'd really like to see John
move something with your mind.
That's something that only works in the, there's a particular continuum that's in my apartment. It's a bubble that displaces subatomic particles and boson particles. I know, I didn't have a disclaimer in there. I move heavy objects with my mind. That's just me kind of staring at the wall and trying to make my door melt. It's weird. I'm a strange man. And that's all drug-free, by the way.
It's true.
Sugar, yeah.
He moves you. He moves your heart. He moves you.
The heavy objects in your mind with my voice acting on.
In the back again, sir?
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, just really quick, both of you, if you could play a superhero from Marvel or DC, who would it be?
If you could play a superhero from Marvel or DC, wait,
Batman.
are you asking which superhero
Batman.
or which Marvel or DC?
Either, no, you.
Batman. When I played Nobody, I was Nobody in Ninja Turtles, by the way, the character Nobody, and that was a Batman archetype, and they just said do Batman, kind of a Batman voice, and I love playing Nobody in that. It was great.
I am going to be in the new Marvel vs. Capcom game.
I hate you.
It's out, but they're releasing, downloadable characters, and I'm playing one. I can't say who, but
I'm rarely jealous of my colleagues. I hate you.
It'll be out soon, and it's an awesome part that I've loved this character forever.
Can you give a hint?
I can't. They'll sue me. They'll take away my children. I don't have any children, but they'll still take them away. No, but stay tuned. Check my Twitter feed. I don't know. But a great. Sticking with Batman, I would love to play the Joker. I just love to laugh.
You're kind of like the Joker, kind of. Yeah, a little worried.
Oh.
All right. I think we should wrap it up. Maybe one last question, and that's it. If anyone has a review of you, ma'am. End the show like Lucky Star? That would mean Sean would beat me over the head with something.
That's a good show. Just go. Yeah.
Just go.
Improv.
Anything about Goku?
It's a long story. He was born on the planet Vegeta. It's epic.
How does he do his hair?
297 episodes. 13 movies.
All right, I think we have to wrap it there, guys. Say something. Something! Turtle power!
I'll get the turtles this time.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. I think we're do a panel at 1:30 for all the voice actors. Is that right? Is that going to be here?
Am I eating a hamburger now?
It's going to be here, so stick around. Maybe go get a donut.
What's up? It's pretty awesome. It is 2:30. Let me get out of here. Ah, crap.
That's amazing. Yeah, cheers.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Go Naruto. Alright, what's up? It's 2:30. I'm just about to go in and I think it's a there's something going on just an hour before the Trigun movie, Badlands. But it's something to do with Trigun, so I'm gonna go and check that out.
No, let's go around to that. Where?
Look at that, my hair is still working very well.
I can help you with your shuffling.
That's awesome. My hair is very, very stubborn. And so, like a whole day after having my hair up, it usually just goes away. This is holding up very well. Okay, so I just learned some good costuming. That is pretty awesome. Good costume products. What you can use, like foaming, heat metal foam. A lot of neat stuff to make better cosplays later. It was pretty cool. There's I'll show you what I'm seeing. I don't hear the song, but everyone else is doing it.
Someone said my real name. I'm like, what the fuck?
We won! Come on! Where am I?
Looks like they're having fun. What's up?
Welcome to the Trigun panel.
Woo! Yeah! Love and peace!
This world is made of love
And peace!
Alright, somebody said stupid. Love and stupid. So, are you guys having a good time?
Yeah!
Cool. You held back your whistle. I'm Yong Bosch. I'm the voice of Vash in Trigun. Are you guys going to stick around and watch the movie?
Yeah! Woo!
Do you guys know if it's a sub or dub that you're showing?
No clue.
No idea. Yeah, no idea. Either way, it's good though. It is. And you guys, I'm assuming, have all seen Trigun?
Yeah.
Has somebody here not seen Trigun? You have not. You have not. You have not. All right. Well,
I'm disappointed.
Well, leave now. You could actually still watch the movie. It's it takes place at a certain point, and I mean, there's a couple of characters in there that would be nice to know, but I think you'll be fine. So we could just do like a Q&A, I guess, and I guess you don't have to stick with Trigun stuff specifically, but I mean, you should try to at least have a couple Trigun questions. Otherwise, they totally mislabeled this panel. You guys have any questions? Yes.
What was your favorite episode of Trigun to work on?
Ooh, my favorite episode. Gosh, that's a great question. so long ago. There's so many great moments in it. How many of you guys saw it like a long time ago? Yeah, like a long time ago, right? Yeah. All right, so everybody saw what, within the last year, maybe? Really? Within the last year?
Yesterday.
You watched it yesterday, but you saw it before that, though.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I think a lot of people, it's like maybe one of their first anime, right? Yeah, it's like your first anime, one of the first ones that got you into it. And the thing about that show is, it was my first dub, actually, to work on. First anime to work on. And I remember, like, I had no idea what anime was other than, Akira, which I hadn't worked on at that time. I saw it, it was like in '89, I think, when they released it, originally. And I remember thinking, wow, it's so cool, it's like all dark and stuff. And so when I heard that I got that part for Vash the Trigun, and I had gone in, and they basically gave me a bunch of episodes so I can like watch it and figure out what's going on. Because I was coming from doing live action and then dubbing, so they really kind of helped me and kind of walked me through. But watching it, I was like, who is this guy? He's so crazy, and just wild, And my favorite episode, I really don't know what episode it was specifically, but the one episode where I was like, man, I really like this show, was he had just been carrying the girls on his back, and they come into this town, and he goes into this bar or something like that, and he walks in and there's people just dead everywhere, right? And he backs up out of the room, and the girls are like, what's wrong, or whatever, and he's like, oh, nothing, and he acts goofy and plays it off. And I remember thinking, that's why he does it. That's why he's so wild and goofy, is because he's got something he's hiding, this dark past or whatever. And obviously, if you watch the show, and you can figure all that stuff out, it's like, yeah, he acts so stupid, but he's not. He acts like a total idiot, but he's not. And you'll see, and there's quite a bit of that in the movie. How many of you have seen the movie, actually? Oh, you have? Really? Okay. The dub? Sub. Sub. At, like Otakon or something like that? Yeah, okay. Oh, really?
Yeah,
screened it?
They
Wow.
showed it over in Tempe.
Oh, nice. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's a fun movie. You should just stick around and watch it. And if you don't like it, you can throw out things at the screen, because it's not my screen and I don't really care. But I don't really know what episode that was. But there's so many good episodes in there. And there's so many great characters in there. There's just moments I remember. Like there's another moment when he was taking a shower and the girls walk in and he's like scarred up. He's like, and I was just like, what? All right, yeah. I'll make a weird noise. Any other questions? Yes.
What do you think of Vash as a character? Like, just what do you think of him?
He's a great character. Obviously, I had a great time portraying him. Going into doing the movie, I actually went through and rewatched some of the series so I could figure out where my voice was and how things sounded. And it was a lot higher than I remember. I was like, wow, okay. So I had to stay true to that, and there were different guys doing it. Funimation was doing it, the movie this time, which they did a great job. They weren't able to get everybody back for it, unfortunately. But Vash is just a cool character,
Can you do, because I don't know if you did it when I just got it. Can you do the line from the Love Peace line?
Yeah, I did though. Did you want to record it?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? I was just going to wait here for a long time. This world is made of love and peace!
Woo!
And he says it over and over in that episode. It just gets weird. You didn't like it?
No, I liked it.
Oh yeah, I like that too. I like the weird stuff in the show I like stuff in the show where it's like it's a regular anime and all of a sudden his head's like this big. He's like bashing that kid with his head, And it's like, what is going on? I remember seeing that thing like, what is this show? Ridiculous. Yes.
An odd question. The scenes where Vash is stuffing his face with donuts, quite enthusiastic. Like, when acting those lines, did you have to stuff something in your mouth to do that as well?
You know, I would usually chew on my tongue. And then I would talk like this. So yeah. Kind of sounds like there's something in my mouth, right? I did this game not too long ago where they actually wanted me to stuff something in my mouth to not make me sound like I was eating stuff, but just to make me sound like heftier or whatever, you know? Yeah, it was weird, so I stuffed it full of donuts. And it made me think of Vash. But yeah, it's more just for a certain texture in my voice. Yes?
What was it?
Found you. I had to do it, right? I'm sure you were getting it the whole time. I mean, you wore it, so.
After all these years since from just the main series of Trigun, what would it feel like when you got the call saying that you're going to do Vash again?
You know, because I had heard rumors that they were doing a movie for a long time. You know, there was even like I remember like a really short teaser that they had. Like, I mean, this was a long time ago. Even so long ago, and I was like, is it real? You know, or like there's like a video game or something. And I'm like, is that stuff real? Like I never saw any of that. And then to finally have the call where it's like, yeah, we are redoing it. And we want you to obviously play Vash. And I was totally excited about it. Because it was like the first anime I worked on, you know? And first really, I guess Power Rangers, I've dealt with helmet stuff. It wasn't as fun. I mean, I had fun. Don't get me wrong, Power Rangers was still fun.
All right.
Yeah, I was excited. You know, it was cool. I was excited that there was something else, something more to the series. You know, I would love to see a second season or something. You know, I would like to see more. It's great characters, you know, and it's like fun. It was like reliving, I don't know, a good time or something. I don't know. Think back to something really cool that happened in your life. It was like being able to go back and relive it. You know, it was cool. It was fun. And I had more freedom too, because the guys at Funimation were like, you know the character, you know? And they let me just kind of go through it, and we rewatched it, and just try to pick things out that didn't feel right, and make it sound normal and natural and goofy, and hammed it up a few times, so it was fun. It was good. Yeah. I can't say his real name, man. It's like Valentinez, you know, whatever, Joaquin Phoenix, blah, 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 blah. It's like so ridiculous. I remember it took me like maybe 13 takes. It's just like, whatever, blue something, yada, yada, yada. It's just so strange. I keep seeing something float around. You guys are probably like, why is his eyes keep going? I'm seeing something like going, yeah, well, I saw something and I don't see anything in there now. But a light. Don't. You can blind me with that laser pointer. Shame on you. Yes.
Do you have a favorite line of Vash's?
Love and peace used to be my favorite line. But after you say it like a million times, it starts to become not your favorite. Not that I don't like the line, but I don't know what would be my favorite line. There's so many moments in there that's so weird. I even like I just like some of the reactions too. Like, I think I've had more fun doing the reactions. I think the reactions were more fun as far as I got to, this was the first time to dub, so I remember there was a point where I had to snort and be scared or something, so like that or something. I was like, that was weird, okay. You know, and we did it, and I was like, that's strange, but it worked. So there's a lot of that kind of thing that happened in that show. That was fun, memorable, line-ish. Yes?
Do you ever feel connected to Vash or emotionally?
Totally. Yeah, totally. Yeah, like, it's weird. Like, even doing the movie, I was like, hey, that's like, it just, I felt like it's me, you know? Not that it is me, because he looks much cooler. But then I was like, man, I love this guy, you know? I had that warm, fuzzy feeling about him. In a guy way, like a cool guy way, like a buzz. Yeah, that's weird. Man, you freaking me out. Any other questions? Yeah. Yes. No. We're done. Yes.
Which do you like better, voice acting or like acting?
Live action. I like both. It really kind of depends on the character. You know, like I love getting characters that have some kind of deeper story. You know, like I've played, and you guys probably know, quite a few different heroes, and sometimes the hero is pretty flat. You know, it's like, okay, this is the same. This is just like the hero I played in this other show or whatever. You know, but it's always nice to get a hero or a bad guy or somebody that has like this really kind of cool story and emotional ranges, you know, so it's not like just like the same, he shouts a few times or whatever, you know. Like I really like just more story. And Vash would be a great one, you know. I like Ichigo, the hollow stuff, Kiba and Wolf. Have you guys seen Wolf's Rain? Yeah! Man, that show is so like underrated. It's like, they didn't market that show like at all. If you have not seen Wolf's Rain, watch it. You haven't been trying hard enough. What? Go steal. And then when you get caught, you say Johnson. Yes.
What do you think is hard, live action acting or voice acting? What's hard?
They're both pretty hard, you know, at certain times. Obviously, live action requires more of yourself physically. So not only does your voice have to be there, you know, but your face as well as your body. And so it's kind of like everything. But usually, like, if you're acting out a scene, your voice usually is in the right place. The only time it was kind of strange was I went to Japan to do the motion capture for Devil May Cry 4 for Nero. And we had like rehearsals actually beforehand, before we left. And like, I just was treating it like a film, because it was a script, you know, and I wasn't trying to match flaps from an anime. It was like a script, so I was just acting out whatever choices I made. And as I'm just acting out the scene, they're telling me, well, your body has to be a lot bigger. You know, otherwise it's not going to read. So I couldn't like just be like, couldn't do that. It had to be like, you know, in order for it to read like that, it has to be, slightly over-exaggerated. Yet they're recording my face, they're capturing my face, so my face has to be normal. So I can't, if I'm going like that, I can't go, you know, that doesn't look right. It has to be like, you know, and it's like, okay, so it's like, and then your voice has to be in the right place. That was the only time where I was like, this is weird. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But then, like, after a few days of just getting used to making sure everything, there's like things going on, you know, with your body, then it was cool. I totally went on a slant. I mean, I kind of answered your question, but then I just I just grinded it up. I went, here's your question. And I just stopped it. I was like, I'm gonna give you something else. And I threw up my own thing. And decided to tell you about it as well. So how do you like that for an answer? Yes.
Alright. In the Trigun series, if you could choose to play another character, who would it be and why?
Wolfwood. It's definitely be Wolfwood. Just because he is the other really cool character. And if not him, then Knives. But yeah. Yes?
Out of all the characters throughout the series, which one do you relate to more?
Well, Vash. would certainly be one. Besides Vash, would be Wolfwood. Because I carry around a big cross with guns in it. So I like to shoot people occasionally. Because that's what I do. Yes, with the messed up eyes. Stand up so they don't think that you're cross-eyed. Yeah, I'm like, hey, you with the messed up eyes. You're like, I'm sorry. Not that I can make fun of anybody, I just tried. I shouldn't have even, sorry.
In Japan, when they get voice actors together, they get them all in one room and they play off of each other. They don't do that in America. Do you feel that kind of takes away from it?
They do prelay in America.
They do? I've always
Just not on anime.
Oh, okay.
Because the anime is obviously done somewhere else, you know, Japan. And
Do you ever feel that maybe if you had the other actors to play off of, you would be able to...
Certainly having the other actors there definitely helps. Like when we're talking right now, I'm answering your question in an appropriate way, or it makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Without them there, I'm just assuming, like it'd be like I'm assuming how you're gonna phrase your question, you know? And so whatever assumptions I make better be right, you know? And that's why you have a director. The director really kind of guides you, you know? And like I may think that my response should be this way, and then the director will be like, well, no, do it this way. And I'm like, okay, well, I obviously have to do it the way you think because it may be different. And there have been times, though, where I watch it and I'm like, okay, yeah, that was not the right response. That's stupid. Why did they let me do it that way? But it kind of goes both ways. You just have to trust your director, really, in that kind of sense. But yeah, it would totally be easier. I'm totally rambled, don't I? Don't agree with me. No, I gotta look and I see you. Well, no, wait, you already had one. I'll come back to you. Nick, there you go.
It's not a Trigun question, it's a Persona 4 question.
Okay.
You remember your role as Adachi in that game?
Yes, I do. I don't remember all my dialogue.
I know. Have you been contacted to do the animation?
I have not.
Not yet? Or not at all?
Not at all. I have heard rumors. It's like the Trigun movie, you know? It's like I hear rumors that there's something going on. You don't know. Yeah, I mean, even for Trigun, I was like, well, Texas doesn't have to use me. They can totally go with somebody else that lives in Texas. Well, you know, if it goes with Canada, yeah, they're most likely not going to use me. Yes.
Did you like doing Vash's voice when he was serious or when he was goofy?
You know, I kind of like both. You know, I enjoy the range. Obviously, the fun stuff is him just being stupid. You know, or whatever. You know, making some weird noise, or like trying to like pick up women. You know, innocent flower. Okay, yes. Oh, now you don't have it. Oh. See, I was trying to be nice too.
Yeah. What do you think of the character of Kiba in Wolfrain? Do you think he's a well-written character?
Yeah, I think Kiba in Wolfstrain is an amazingly written character. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely try to check it out. I'm sure there's some, you might even be able to watch it on YouTube for all I know. I think everything's on YouTube. Even I have a band series, I Shine Experience on YouTube that you can watch. Everything's there. Yeah, it's just one of those shows that when I remember the audition. The audition was, they played that first opening sequence when he's laying in the snow, and that dialogue, voice calls out to me, that stuff, and the music is in there. And that was all I needed, and I was like, I have to get this part. You know? I was like, I have to get this part. And I got it, you know, which was scary because it was totally different from Trigun.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize.
Are you coming to tell me that I'm done? Oh, okay. Right now. She didn't storm over like that, but that's the way it was like in my head. Okay, she's watching me. In the back, yes.
I know about 5 or 6 years ago, you were at Sabakon. Actually, I played cover. Do you guys play that anymore?
We haven't played that in a long time.
I was like the best cover I've ever heard of that.
Oh, really?
I've been wanting to hear that cover like the longest time.
Oh, it's funny. You know, we actually recorded it, and we put it out online for free. Apparently you haven't been following Einstein since that convention.
Oh.
Shame on everybody points. Boo! I'm just kidding. I just like to make things really awkward. Yeah, just go, actually it might be hard to find. Because we did a contest and we gave it to a bunch of fans. But yeah, actually just email me at iShineBand and I'll just send you the song. We did 3 80s song covers. We did that, we did Take Me On, the Aha song, and we did one more. Do you remember what it was? You don't remember? We did 3 of them, I don't remember what the other one was. Alright, so I've got probably 7 more minutes, yes.
Do you ever find yourself slipping into your characters randomly?
Not typically, you know. But usually if I like have to do an accent or something weird, like if it's just normal talk, like each show, I don't like just walk around and be like, you know, I don't do that ever. But I don't even remember. Like I had to do like, I don't know the show. It was a game actually. I had to do like this very racist Mexican. And so everywhere I went, it would just like, it would start coming out, like I'm talking to my band members, or even like I did this game where I have this really thick, racist Japanese accent, and yeah, I do slip into those occasionally. And I try not to do it too often though, yeah, I just kind of comes out. There's another game that I did, Wild Arms 4. And I played some character, and then I played like random monsters, and one of the monsters was this like chicken. And they didn't have like a reference of how the chicken should sound. And so it's just like, make something up. I'm like, what do they, and that's kind of how I talked, you know. And I remember it got me in trouble because I was doing this, this pilot. This is, you know, basically an episode of a series that you shoot and then try to sell it. And I was playing the main, and the director was like introducing me to people, and I would use that voice, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you know, and I'd be like, ah, whatever, just being stupid, right? And the director turns like around and introduces me to this other guy. He's like, hey Johnny, this is so-and-so. I'm looking around like, and it was like a little person. Hello, Mr. Bosch. I was like, how's it going? I wasn't trying to. He's like, what's up? I was like, no, and he walks away. I'm like, no. I do that a lot, though. I really do. I remember. I always put my foot in my mouth, but I was joking with some girl who's just walking funny. And I was like, doing this kind of thing, right? Like, as if I had one leg longer than the other. And then some guy was like walking by as I'm like, whatever, you know? And he's like, dude, my dad has one leg longer than the other. And I looked at him and I was like, so do I. I kept walking, but...
Oh.
I'm a jerk. Yes.
Out of all the characters you've done, is there anyone that you'd like to see killed off?
Adam and Power Rangers.
Oh, no!
I really do. I think it would be great. It would be a great episode. Have you guys seen the space episode where I come back and have the broken morph? Yes? No? Okay. So apparently you all didn't watch Power Rangers. Maybe one side left and you didn't watch it. But there was an episode that came back, right? And our coins were broken, and we need these coins to morph and transform into our ranger things or whatever. So mine was broken, and I was like helping one of the new Black Ranger. You know, I was training him. You know, I was like, I don't know what I was doing. He was doing something stupid, and I was trying to help him. Anyways, they were getting beat up, and so I was like, should I, for some reason Adam carries his morpher around. You know, it's like broken, and if he uses it, it can kill him. And I remember talking to Koichi at the time, I was like, dude, what if it does kill him? He's like, no. He's like, no. Dang. And then I came back for the 15th anniversary of Overdrive in New Zealand, and I was talking to Koichi again. He was producing at this point. I was like, Koichi, man, it'd be so cool if Adam dies. It'd be so sad, but it'd be so cool. I love it when a hero dies. He's like, John, Disney owns it now. It's never gonna happen now.
Hey, don't worry, it's about
more than like ears.
Last one for me, I promise. You talked about how you had so much fun like doing the noises and stuff. Did you find any challenges with any of your roles? Like even with Vash, did you find anything challenging, like hard to do?
Well, with Vash, it was my first thing, the first dub that I had to do, and he laughed all the time. You know, really weird. And apparently I get a lot of these weird laughing But it was really weird to laugh, and for it to be recorded, you know? I mean, could you imagine recording yourself laughing and then like, well, this is back to it? You'd be like, that's so weird. That's like how I felt like the whole time. Like there's like he laughed so much, like really big, weird laughs. And it was hard at first because I wasn't taking in enough air. Because usually I don't think about like the laugh, you know? If I think something's funny, I just go, cool. So I don't go, you know, I just don't do that, you know? Who does that? Like weird people and people that kill people do that. And so it was like weird that like, I really had to like think about it and then time it out with like a lip clap and yet sound somewhat normal, at least for Vash's world. Yes?
Since you brought up people dying earlier, what did you think of when Nanako died in Persona 4?
Hey man, you just ruined it for like everyone that has not played that game.
Thank you.
Dude, come on.
So now,
love you.
I'm just kidding. Like I said, I like to make people feel weird and awkward. You guys are gonna all walk away like, man, that was so weird. I don't know if I ever want to see Johnny again. Ever. I really liked working on that game. I thought it was a great story. It had a lot of cool twists and turns in it. And if you have not played it, you should. Persona 4. It's awesome. It's cool. Did I repeat myself? No. Yes. Yeah.
What was it like being Ron's Grim and PJ in Ace Combat?
Ace Combat, you know, one of my I love playing like flying games. So it was awesome. It was totally cool, yeah. And I don't feel like I ever sound like a good macho soldier guy. And you know, in there I don't either. but it's nice to get those kind of roles and play like, you know, like the young soldier, you know. I die a lot. Naruto, do you guys know how many times I died in Naruto? Like maybe 10 times as different characters. I've died so many times. I'm like a ninja from every village. Yeah, I die often. And it's always like, yeah, just use the same voice. It's like, really? Okay. And you guys didn't know, right? Yeah. Yes.
What's something that's like really crucial to getting into voice work that you think worked for you? It's like.
Well, the way I got into it is weird. Like the sound guys for this movie I did couldn't read Japanese because they were whiteys. And so when they tried to get the sound out, it was all screwed up. And so I had to go in and dub that. The producer happened to come in for one of the sessions and heard me dubbing and thought I had a decent hero voice and asked me to come audition for Trigun for Vash. So my advice would just be bogus. Like whatever advice I gave you would be like, well, that's not how you did it, Johnny. I would definitely say you have to be able to speak clearly enough, you know, and take direction and act. I mean, it's voice acting, so you have to have a voice and you have to be able to act. So they're pretty important. But taking direction is huge. Because even, like, I mean, there's so many times where I'm like, I don't like the way the director is telling me to play it. And then it's a lot of times now I'll just be like, are you sure you want to play it? And I try to make sense of it for them, but then they're like, no, this is the way I want it. And then it's like, yeah, I'll do it that way. Because if I don't, then I'm not going to work again. Because they'll be like, it's too hard to work with. I think they want to show the movie here soon, right? Okay. She's all like, she's not even here watching me. Right? Push this little button. All right. Well, I'm just stalling now, I guess. I can tell stories.
Yeah.
Stories. You might have actually heard. I know Ashley. I don't even know why you come. You've heard all my stories. Which one should I tell? The homeless woman story?
You have the series, and then you have the series where we're at Walgreens, and I'm like, Johnny, after all these stories, you're still going to give money away. Yes, and then you get people nice clothes.
No. Alright, I'll tell you. I have a lot of homeless people experiences. You know? Like, some people in Arizona see UFOs. I see homeless people. It's just everywhere I go, I see homeless people. And for whatever reason, I always feel like I want to give, and I've had so many bad experiences where it's totally not a homeless person, they're just ripping me off. You know what I'm talking about. And so there are times when I don't give. So anyhow, I've had a few of those bad experiences, right? I leave work from doing some bleach stuff, exiting the freeway. As I exit the freeways, just like the freeways you have here, you know, there's an off-ramp, and then I have to go left under the overpass, you know, at the light, and I keep going up or whatever through the mountains. So anyways, I'm exiting, and at that stoplight, there's usually, you know, a homeless guy there. And I always just kind of like, just ignore them, you know, like, mess with my radio, it's not even on, you know, act like I'm singing. And just keep going. Anyways, so this one day when I had exited the freeway, the light was red, there's like 4 or 5 cars in front of me. And I'm like eating carrots out of a Ziploc bag that I didn't eat for lunch or whatever. And then this monster truck pulls up behind me like, and I can see that it's behind me, it's towering over my car, and I can't see through it because it's like tinted windows, but it just feels like a really angry man that wants me to get out of the way. So I'm feeling like, dude, as soon as this thing turns green, I'm out of here because he's gonna like run me over. So I finish eating my carrots and I look over and I see towards where the light is, you know, kind of by the corner, there's a homeless woman. And I don't usually see homeless women, you know, so it kind of made my heart go out to her. Like, I was like, I should give her something, you know? I'm from the South, so that's just that mentality, you know? And I'm like, I should do something. And in LA, you have to pay for parking everywhere you go. So I have like, I mean, my cup holder is like full of quarters, like 2 pounds worth, like seriously. So I'm like, you know, what do I need all these quarters for? And so I grab all these quarters, 2 pounds worth, and I zip it up in this Ziploc, and I roll down the window. And I hold my hand out like this, you know. The light changes green, and all the cars start going. And she puts her cardboard sign down because she sees me, and she's like this. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. So I start going, you know, because this car behind me is like, and there you go, you know. And everything slows down, and I'm like, you know, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going like 20 or 30 miles an hour. My hand's out the window. She's like this. And how is this, I'm like, how is this gonna happen? How am I going to give her these quarters? It's not like she's like a football player and be like, boom, got it, you know? And so I'm like, well, dude, she could grab onto me and hold on. Like, I'm like panicking in these like 2 seconds. Like, she's gonna hold on to me and pull me out of the car, and I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna pull her out of the car, or the monster truck man's gonna run over her and the car. And so I'm like freaking out. I'm like, dude, Johnny, focus. And I'm like, dude, wait a minute. I'm a martial artist. So I've got great timing, right? So all I have to do is gently lift my fingers like this. Like this. At 20, 30 miles an hour. That's all I need to do is just go boom, like that, and then go door hands. And so I'm going, you know, and I'm like, okay, now. So this 2-pound bag of quarters flies to my car. Smacks her in the face at 20 or 30 miles an hour. It hits her really hard. You know when they do those slow motion where the bullet crashes through like jars of glass or whatever? I saw these quarters hit her like that. It didn't smash through her face, but like, you know, her face went like, like it did that whole like, and it was like only a few seconds long, but like all of this, like it really does slow down when things happen like that. And like I could see it hit her face, and like, and I'm like, yeah, and she's like, like thinking I was like, die, you know? And then I was like, too late. By the time I was like, wait, no, I didn't. And I like turn the corner and I'm like, so, never try to give a homeless person quarters, money, anything while driving. It's true story.
What's up? Just got back. It is 1:30 in the morning, yes. It was a great day. It was a very, very awesome anime con, basically. I didn't get to see Friday, and I'm not going to be checking out Sundays, but Saturday was great. It was a great, I mean, I was there from the time it started opening, and obviously until I was one of the last people. Actually, I got Johnny Yong Bosch signed my jacket. He actually autographed it. Okay. He signed my shoulder. Let's see if we could actually get that. If you can't read it, it says love and peace. It was pretty awesome of him to do that too. I just said sign right here, and he did that. So he recognized me, obviously. He also, I don't know if I told you this, but he liked the idea of Saber Brawl, and he said he was gonna actually check it out. And his whole band was there listening into this as well. It was Eyeshine. They were pretty awesome. It was a good band. It was a very, very good band. I'm not much into today's rock, but I'll buy their CD. It was pretty good. Badlands. The Badland Rumble is a Trigun movie. It was very good. It was obviously like any other anime movie that was based off of the anime itself. Doesn't fit the storyline, but overall it was a good movie nonetheless. You had all the main characters there. It was obviously before Wolfwood died, but other than that, it doesn't explain when or why. Basically, Vash is wearing a different suit. It doesn't explain that either, but it was a great movie. I will buy it, add to my collection, and watch it again. I got to learn some Japanese. Actually learn how to sentence structure, how to read Japanese, how to teach myself basically how to figure it out. Now, they taught me basics basically. It was a Japanese 101. And that was actually the first thing I did when I got there. It was basically that. And then the panel with Goku. And I forgot that guy's name. I forgot both of them actually. The guy who did Goku, another he did the 80s Ninja Turtles, but the other guy also did Ninja Turtles. You have that video, you've seen it. That was pretty awesome. Did a lot of walking around, showing off, posing. You've seen some certain clips that I show you when I'm walking around. But basically, when you saw Johnny actually talking about the movie, that was his Trigun poll, or not, wasn't a poll, but it was just before the movie. It was just, I don't know why they called it Trigun. It was just him there. Who knows? Maybe they had more people planned to go, but it was pretty awesome. Obviously, I stopped recording. At least he finished his joke. He had or his story actually. It was a true story, and he told about 2 more before his time was up. Unfortunately, I ran out of battery. That's it.